Hello and welcome to Great Hang, the greatest hang that's ever hanged. I'm your hang, Tim McLaughlin, coming to you with your other hang, Myka Fox. Hello, Myka.
Hi, Timmy. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good.
That's good.
That's the end.
Myka, we have a guest today
What?
because we've revamped our show and now
That's
we
right.
have guests.
Oh, yeah.
And our guest today has been on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
He's also been on, I would assume, the Canadian version of The Tonight Show.
We don't have it. It went out. It went off the air.
What was it called?
The Late Show with Mike Bullard. He literally went straight from working for the phone company to having his own late night show.
I think that's Conan O'Brien's story.
Our guest, Myka, you're not going to believe this. This episode comes out Wednesday. At 8 p.m. on Wednesday on YouTube, you can go and watch the premiere of Graham K's special on YouTube. Right, Graham? Is that right?
That's right. I was able to get it on YouTube somehow. I went through all of the checks and balances they have, and yeah. So very excited. But I guess that's the way to do it now, because you skip the middleman. You get your own fan base that way. So
You get your own fan base. You don't get any money up front. It's all
No
for
money.
you.
yeah,
Yes.
but you get money off advertisements if enough people watch it, which would be nice to have money.
Yes.
I like passive income.
Yes.
I also put my Venmo in there, which is kind of a sad, desperate move, but you can, give me $1, give old grandma $1. I paid for it myself.
Yeah, hey.
You had a good time watching it. But anyway,
And
well,
if
Give
you
him a
wanna-
loony, maybe even a toonie.
Yes.
you don't give me a loony. That's 72 cents right now. It's not very good.
So, Graham, congratulations on your special.
Thanks very much. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. Glad to have you. This worked out perfectly. We had not booked a guest.
Yes.
And then it worked out that you had something to plug.
And you knew I would be available.
Yes. Well, I knew I was trying to get you out of your home.
That
'Cause-
helps.
Yeah, so it's good. Well, Graham, this is
Yeah,
great.
why are you trying to get me out of my home?
Because you're a sad, sad man who,
Yeah.
if left alone with his own thoughts, may kill
No,
himself.
you're actually a good friend. I am. We don't need to talk about this, but I am going through a breakup,
okay.
and so
This is perfect for
He
our
knows.
first segment.
He knows.
Catch up if we have any good stories from the week.
good segment.
I can tell you this. I'll tell you guys because I said it on the Patreon, but I didn't say it here. I went to Batavia, Illinois, with friend of the show Shane Torres, and we went to the trampoline park, and it was empty. We were walking to Panera, and on the way back, we walked by an empty trampoline park, and they were like, "Yeah, it's empty. You guys can just." I mean, we had to pay, but we got the whole place to ourselves.
What's a trampoline park?
It's all trampolines inside of a play. You just jump on a bunch of trampolines. You can dunk on baskets. I did a bunch of flips. Like in movies when they jump off a building and they land on that big air bubble thing. Yeah, they had one of those where you could do flips and jump real high and
Graham
land
has
on it.
no idea. It's for people who aren't actually athletic to
Yeah.
be able to do the things that you've been able to do since you were a kid.
I can
Yeah.
always jump off buildings and do backflips.
That's
Yeah.
I swear though, watching you two do that, I'm very, very impressed you guys both didn't tear an ACL.
Well, here's the story now. So
I would think that I would tear something.
So-
we're old.
yeah, well, and you forget that when you're becoming the child you once were at the trampoline park.
Yeah.
So we're at a spot.
Yeah, Tim's been doing so much adulthood lately
Yeah.
that he really needed to let loose from his regularly steady situation of watching people play Mario Brothers on YouTube and really get into his...
Do you do that?
Yeah, I like watching him play Super Mario. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So there was this thing that spins. You know the show Wipeout, Graham?
Yes.
So it was a Wipeout-esque scenario
Oh, that's
where
fun.
there's a thing that spins and you got to jump over the little one, you got to duck under the high one. Now my ass was getting some fucking height on these trampolines. And I was like, I'm going to jump over the high one. I get my first foot over it, second foot catches on the high bar, and I come crashing down and I land on my ribs in between the two trampolines where the metal bar is that's lightly padded. And I think I broke my ribs because it hurts to laugh or stand or
Yeah.
do anything. It
Yeah,
really,
yeah,
really
yeah.
hurts.
Tim,
Perfect.
You
Yeah.
don't really think you broke your ribs now. Tim went to a doctor like a little bitch today.
Bitches go to doctors.
Yeah.
Like I begged him to.
Yeah.
And they think it's bruised.
No,
Yeah.
no. She said She said whether it's
Are
broken.
you changing your story?
No,
now?
that's not what I said. She said whether it's broken or bruised, it doesn't sound like you have any internal injuries, so there's no real reason to get an X-ray.
If I mean I have had broken ribs.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's like a toe. If it's broken, you will know.
I mean, it really hurts to do anything.
Yeah.
Yes, but
We went
I'm
to
still
the
here
King-
to entertain, baby. You know.
Timmy's birthday was yesterday.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Graham.
Took him to the King Princess concert. He's sitting there on one side, just like all leaned over. He's like, I'm okay. Like, I've never seen a person more uncomfortable sitting down except for all the gay people who were probably there.
Oh yeah. Though all the gay people that were there were like,
Because of their butts?
yes.
Yeah.
Well, she's the bottom. Sure, like they.
She and her fans are all bottoms, apparently,
Yes.
aka
Is that true?
women.
That's what they were saying at the concert. King
I don't know
Princess,
what that means.
King Princess is like,
I know what a bottom
where are
is."
my bottoms at? And everybody clapped except for Myka, of course, who is a top for some reason. But
I believe
Because
that.
I spin.
but yeah, she's saying her bottom anthem to everybody.
Apparently most gay people are bottoms. It's like hard to find a top, they say.
That's just like how I feel about my Tupperware.
Yeah.
Okay. These are pretty good jokes today, Mike.
That's pretty good.
Sometimes Mike is off. Mike has been off for like the last 3 days. It's nice to see her
That's
on
so
again.
fucked up. I just fucking hammered you on Keith and the Girl like a couple days ago. Not hammered you, but hammered it.
Yeah, but yeah, I was sitting like this so that my back was up like this because if I lean this side of my back up against anything, it really hurts.
Oh, you might have a broken rib.
Yeah.
I forget that you are like a 1940s Midwestern dad. So you're just muscling through whatever.
Yeah.
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 Fell off the Buick.
Kids, get your father. He fell off the Buick.
Still got to mend these fences.
Kids, hug your father around the neck before he goes to war.
Huh.
Good riffs, gang. Micah, did you do anything this weekend while I was out of town? Anything exciting?
I feel like I should have, but mostly what I did was like I stayed home and watched TV.
great.
I love doing all the shit because then it's like I have my little slime time, you know.
Quit
Slime time.
calling it your slime time.
Is that when you touch your dirty little bits?
That's what everyone thinks. No, it's just when you're sitting at home and you're all
snail
slimy
trailing
alone.
around the fucking house?
Oh, dear God.
So what? I can only get off if I drag my labia on the wood floor.
They call her old Splinters Fox.
No, Saturday was great. I got to do like my big long workout and then like make nice healthy food and watch a movie and just like do the generally self-care stuff that Tim like annoys me when I'm trying to do it.
Yep.
Right. That Tim doesn't do.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't do any self-care at all. I go to trampoline park and try to really fuck myself
Break
up.
a rib immediately. Did you have to sign like a waiver? for
Oh,
the
I
trampoline park?
signed my whole life away,
Yeah.
or I would have been suing them quick. Here's the other thing.
Soon after you, not only did you sign your life away, but then you did the thing they told you not to do. But why
No,
is there...
the kid who was working there, he goes, people jump over the top bar all the time.
Yeah, do people hurt themselves all the time?
No, he didn't say that. I don't know, possibly.
In addition to...
Okay,
Why is
go
the
on.
thing you're supposed to jump over and under over where the trampolines separate?
There's all a bunch of there's all a bunch of little triangle trampolines where like 8 different people are jumping in their one spot.
That means nothing to me. You cleared up nothing.
Okay, so they're all separated by a padded metal bar so that each person has their own separate trampoline.
But you're jumping from trampoline to trampoline over these bars. And
No, I was jumping on my own trampoline, but my foot got caught on the bar and it pushed me to the side.
you flipped so far, you flipped off the trampoline you're supposed to land on.
You're too athletic for the trampoline park.
Right. This is what,
I
and I
it's
think
more
that's
like
the
a
bottom line.
cannonball situation where it's like the bigger they are, the harder the splash.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good
So
point.
of course
Yeah.
he's gonna go up high. He went down so low.
I would pay money to see you and Shane Torres jump on a trampoline.
Well,
Did you guys film it?
we have a bunch of he filmed me hurting myself.
Wait,
We
Oh
have-
my
Why-
God! Can we
why-
see this?
It'll be on patreon.com/greathang.
Oh Oh my God.
But do check out
Now
our
I have to sign up
Patreon.
for your fucking Patreon?
No, I'll send it to you.
Thank
We're
you.
friends. But do check out the Patreon, patreon.com. I haven't been plugging the Patreon as much on the episodes.
That's good. That's a good Patreon content.
Yeah, that would be good. I'll get it all from Shane. He's supposed to send me all this stuff today, but it's his birthday today, so he didn't.
I'm so burnt out from drinking, and it's everyone's that I love's birthday.
Everybody, everybody's.
I feel the same way. I didn't drink all this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm just I'm done. Maybe that's why they do sober October. Maybe everyone gets so hammered over.
Everybody's parents
Yeah.
fucked on New Year's, and that's why us little babies were born.
Oh yeah,
Everyone gets dumped in September, and then in October you gotta fucking reset.
That's what's happening to me. I had my a couple sad nights.
Yes.
Got real pinned, and then
Real pinned.
What are you?
That's some real Canada talk.
I know. I was like, are you a high school girl going to a dance?
hoping to get pinned. I never thought of it that way. But anyway, and then I didn't know it because we're guys. We don't give you a week's advance. We text you the day before our birthday and say tomorrow is my birthday.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I wake up and I'm just completely hungover. I'm like, my body is dry. My tongue is stuck to the roof of my mouth.
Oh man, I've been there 5 out of the last 5 days of the fucking week.
Peel it off, and then and I only smoke when I drink, and then it's I'm just like, hey, where's you? And then I wake up to a text from you or from Shane being like, it's my birthday.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and you guys are like my drinking bud, like my harder drinking friends. It's like, oh no.
Yeah, I took a big old nap today because I got to do Just Come, where I know I'll probably drink for free, which will be nice. And then then Three Diamond Doors, 10-minute walk from here.
Yeah.
So I was like, might as well just go. I'm gonna go.
Tim, can you blur
Yeah,
out the
broken rib.
location of where we are? I don't want all of our fans to come knocking on our door.
It's a 10-minute walk in every direction. There you go. Now they'll never find us.
That's true.
But yeah, we have another segment, Graham.
Okay.
It's Hot Takes with Myka Fox. Myka Fox finds a story on the internet, and then we give our hot takes about it. Normally it's from Reddit, Am I the Asshole, or from Twitter.
What's Am I the Never mind, doesn't matter. I'll find out later.
It's a person who writes a thing and they ask if they're an asshole for
Okay.
doing this.
Got it.
So actually, neither of mine are from Reddit. I have two. We could do. I don't know if we have time for both.
Well,
Let's just
do one, and then we'll see where we're at.
You know what? I think I'll do this one.
Okay, good.
Okay. This one is called. This is from Incel Replies,
Oh, now we're cooking, baby.
My boys.
which is the username Incel Pickup Lines, and the title is Incel asks a guy to break up with his girlfriend.
Huh?
Right. So you'll get it.
Incel has a girlfriend and wants to break up. He
No,
wants
so-
to be an incel.
The incel doesn't have a girlfriend. He's asking a guy to break up with that guy's girlfriend, so you'll understand.
I see.
Okay, so
okay.
Incel shit.
So incel says, "Hey man, can I talk to you about name redacted?" And then the guy goes, "I guess so. What about her?" And he says, "I've been talking with her a lot, and we've grown pretty close. I know you're her boyfriend and all, but I was gonna politely ask if you could break up with her. I just really feel a connection to her, and she would be happy with me."
Wow. What the fuck? That is cool.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. Wait, is
That's
this
some alpha stuff from an incel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about the politely ask. That doesn't sound so alpha.
No.
Okay.
But
so
he's the king of the incels.
He's the king of the incel. So the
Yes,
boyfriend.
this is big shit.
So the boyfriend says, "That's funny because she told me you were creepy and constantly text her even when she doesn't reply. You need to stop talking to my girlfriend and get the fuck out of my DMs." Yo, let's go.
Yeah.
That guy is wrong.
What would you guys
That guy,
say?
actually, I take it back. That guy, the boyfriend is an alpha male.
The boyfriend's the alpha. What would you do if, let's say you had a girlfriend again?
Let's say I piled up all the loose hairs that she left in my apartment
Right.
and
Graham, I'm
rubbed
glad,
it against my body.
Graham, I'm glad you could come here for this thought experiment.
What would you do if someone said, "Will you politely ask? Will you politely step aside so that way because I've been talking to your girlfriend and I think she'd be happier with me."
I would say the same thing. I would ask her, I would show her and be like, what is this?
Yes.
And then she would tell me, and either she would say, I like this guy, or she would probably say, this guy's creepy, because that's a creepy guy thing to do.
Yeah, it is for sure a creepy guy thing to do. Now,
And then I would shame that person online.
oh, you would
Yeah,
go.
you would blow
You
it
would
up.
go as far to blow him up online.
I'd blow his ass up.
Blow him up online like a comedy show that said they were going to pay you and then they didn't.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I would do it like a 14-year-old teen.
Yeah.
Just shame the fuck out of them.
Online bully.
I mean, it's
I
insane.
like when Graham gets right into it. He gets right into the mic to give his.
Well, you told me I got to get on.
No, you just got to speak at it.
Oh.
I mean,
But
the
you're
whole
all
thing's
right.
insane. Like, you don't ask the boyfriend. You talk to the girl and be like, "Hey, I think we have a connection. Dump your boyfriend.
That's right.
Stick with me." That's how you get. That's how you get
That's right.
what
Yeah.
you want. You
That's
don't
right.
fucking ask the guy. It makes no fucking sense.
Yeah.
Tim, has anyone ever tried to pull this shit with you?
Huh?
Does anyone-
Oh yeah. I mean,
Sorry.
here's the thing. It does happen to me all the time because everybody is like, I am better than you. I have money. I am in shape. Any woman would be happy to have me. These women are drowning because of you. So
Oh, every
yeah.
girlfriend. It's not just.
Yeah,
that's
it's
happened to
literally
everyone.
every girlfriend I've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
I've been asked to step aside by one or several men.
Is that true?
No. No, I don't think that's ever happened. That would be insane. I mean, what do you... I would just laugh, I think.
Does it make you feel bad that I believed you?
Yeah.
In a little way?
Yeah, I mean, everything I was saying about myself, and probably Myka's situation now is true, but...
Yeah, now I'm starting to reconsider a lot of things.
Yeah. A lot of hot guys out there with money.
Yeah, oh boy, are there.
Wait, how much money?
All the money you could ever want.
I don't know. What's more than
$60?
$25,000
Wait,
Graham, did you look at me and
a
think
year?
wait. Tim
Oh,
gets,
yeah.
Oh,
Annually?
that... Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Tim, are
Yeah.
you making 25 grand a year? What are you keeping from me?
Let me think.
Selling those baseball cards?
I mean, I haven't sold any in a while, but like, let's see here. Made 4,000 last month. This
Pretty
month
good. That's not a bad month.
I'm looking at probably around $95. Who knows what next month's gonna bring? So
Yeah. All right, okay.
I was gonna say, like, your clock, that's like almost 90 grand a year, and then
$4,000 a month. Yeah,
And you had a bit of an off month.
in Canada money. 4,000 a year is $4,800
It is?
or $48,000. 4 times 2 is 8. and
Oh
then
yeah,
4
you're right.
times 1 is
Sorry, I
4.
doubled it in my head.
It would be nice. 96,000? If I was making 96,000, bro, I would be insufferable. Do you know how much money first of all, I'd have no money and
Yeah, you'd
all
be
of my friends
annoying
would
me
drink
by-
for free and all the every time. Dude, it would be an incredible amount of money. I've never made that much money in my life.
I'd probably dump you for how much of it you'd waste.
Myka did tell me that if I ever get any kind of money that she has to be in charge of it.
Like if he wins
Yeah.
a lottery or gets some kind of grand inheritance,
Yes.
I'm like, just give it to me immediately.
Yes,
Yeah, she is right.
I agree.
I will put him on a trust. He will.
He'll buy a trampoline park.
I'll pay his
I'll
rent.
show this bar. I just buy it so I can jump over the bar.
He'll get an allowance. I'll be like, are you sure you want to buy everyone a drink? You only have $500 left this month.
And I'd be like, God damn it. Yes.
Well, this guy was not deterred by that actually
Whoa.
anyway. So he says, get the fuck out of my DMs. You'd think that's shameful.
Yeah.
Back the fuck off. No. This guy responds, LOL, in caps of all things.
Wow.
He says, you know she's just using that as an excuse because she'd rather tell you that than the truth, which is that she met a nice, charming alpha male. You were right, Graham.
Damn.
He's not. People who say they're alpha male are normally bitches.
He said, oh, we got a flickering light. It's the ghost of the alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, you betas are all the same. What the fuck? Did you make her block me? And then he writes, to be honest, I should thank you. I didn't even want that ugly whore anyway. Vomit emoji. Have fun with her, though, beta.
Damn.
What a weird.
Some classic incel shit.
People are so broken online.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really dangerous. It's crazy that a person who is clinically not insane would say that. And there's lots of them like that.
I think he is clinically insane.
Yeah?
But the thing is, it's actually very-
Clinically or just like
You know,
hyperbolic?
lonely, been infected by something online, like
Well, first of all, loneliness is a mental illness. for the week.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
This is Myka and Oliver fucking.
Wait a second. I'm really lonely right now.
Well, you,
I'm
should
the
have,
loneliest I've ever been.
you should have a ton of imaginary friends like Myka. Set them up around the house. Myka goes in different rooms, says hi to someone every time.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
great.
yeah?
Yeah.
Like the furniture and stuff?
Well,
You should just get a cat. Myka just has the cat.
the cat is fucking tight. I'm never lonely with the cat around.
I like that cat.
She's chill as shit. She likes you too, man. Back
Yeah.
off. She's mine. Could you please break up with Toe?
Dude, you better look out. If you asked Myka if you could break up with Toe, she would come at you with a fucking blade, bro.
Nah. She's her own bitch. I'll be like, fucking let her decide.
Yeah, she ain't picking
She
you.
ain't picking your ass. She does like you. But I know who she's coming to.
Yeah.
Me?
No.
The guy she actually doesn't like.
She basically sleeps inside of me. She crawls
Myka's
in my mouth.
Myka's
and
like a
sleeps
damn
in my
tauntaun.
stomach.
That's so cute.
It's really cute.
Jeez.
Anyway.
Yeah, she took the cat.
I do
Did you guys have a cat?
That was her cat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I go attached. It's the second girlfriend that I broke up with that had a cat that I really miss.
That's, I think, more of a reason for you to not have a cat, because you clearly are into girls with cats, and then you don't want that cat complication.
Right.
Yes.
You can't be bringing in a pet into a relationship when you clearly like pet people.
Yeah.
Clean slate it.
That's right.
That's what I like about Tim. I've talked
He's
about
got
this,
nothing.
I have nothing.
I just
I literally have nothing.
I've talked about this before, but I dated a guy who had a dog, and it was like, oh, he's like, we got to stay at my place because I got to walk the dog. And I'm like, so I got to neglect the most important person in my life because of your dumb dog who doesn't know how to shit in the house properly?
Yeah.
I had that mobile air conditioning unit.
He brought that. I hate it, actually.
It's all I really own.
Why is it?
It's cold now. So he took it out of the window.
Okay. Oh, it was in the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, it goes in the window. That little deal goes in the window. I bought it because I was gonna put it downstairs. Well, my mom got it for me when I moved here because I live with Tom and Tommy and Jeff and Connor and Jeff. And
30 white guys.
He just like did half the script of Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
and our
This Chicago like text thread that I'm on, it's impossible. It's like Tommy, Tom.
Oh, you're on the Chicago
yeah.
text thread?
Well, I'm
now?
in
For-
some part of it.
for to go
some
to-
version of it.
to go to Poughkeepsie.
So he was
And we're
allowed-
on a
this is-
fan-
wait, no,
we're-
this is interesting. No, this is interesting. The whole time I thought I couldn't be part of this text thread because I'm not from Chicago. But here we
Mikey,
have
you can't be part of the text thread because
Canadian
you're a girl.
Goose. Oh, no, I'm not. I used the men's bathroom last night.
Oh yeah, Mikey
was the
used the
best-
men's bathroom at King Princess last night.
You want to know something? It's not the first time I've done it, but it's the safest I've ever felt doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the people
Yeah.
who were in the men's bathroom probably were assigned a female gender at birth
Right.
at the King Princess concert.
I always feel safe when I use the women's bathroom.
You
Yeah,
do?
me
You
too.
don't, women don't scream. They're
I
like,
say,
you
I
could
say,
at least
shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up, you whores.
Probably trying to look at my fucking cock,
Yeah.
you sluts.
Then you use the sink.
Yeah.
Use the sink as a urinal.
No. And then I do that.
That's nice.
I took one of those one of my classic very early flights one day, and I was real tired, and I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. Went to the bathroom, went and took a piss in the stall, then came out. I was like, huh, a lot of women in the men's bathroom today. And then I went and sat back down. Took me 20 minutes to realize I went to the women's bathroom.
I like how
It's because he had lipstick on his teeth.
And I applied my rouge in the mirror and then left.
All right, Graham, it's time for Micah's favorite part of the show.
No,
Ding,
just
ding,
skip
ding,
it.
ding, 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 ding. It's time for the news with Tim McLaughlin. Super Squash.
That intro sucks.
Everything about this sucks.
Micah hates
I find it helpful to dissociate during this segment.
Sure.
Super Squash. 22,554-pound pumpkin carves out new U.S. record. Look at these cool guys that did it. Clarence, New York. Well, go
Oh, wait,
ahead,
there's
Graham.
more to the news, I guess. There's more to this story than meets the eye, Graham.
I know. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to move on.
No, go ahead. Go ahead, say your piece.
I wasn't saying anything. I was just saying they look like nice guys.
Oh,
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah.
nice.
They had a big pumpkin.
Yeah.
Nice piece.
They're not jerks.
Clarence, New York, right here in this very state. A 254-pound pumpkin grown in upstate New York has set a U.S. record for the heaviest. The state and national records fell over the weekend at the Great Pumpkin Farm in Buffalo, suburb of Clarence, or in a Buffalo suburb of
Yeah, get this right.
in Clarence, a suburb of Buffalo.
Oh my God.
When Scott Andes's entry broke the previous national record of 2,528 pounds.
I find it's helpful, Graham, to like trace your tongue around your teeth and just kind of think about what that feels like.
Yeah, that's a good feeling.
The previous New York
I
State
was
record
just
was
thinking, like-
2,517 pounds. I'll go ahead.
No, I was just thinking that I forgot to floss last night. Yeah, well, he was talking about that pumpkin.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just
It's funny you
kind of,
brought that up.
A grower,
Yeah.
a grower, not a shower in Italy, holds the world record for heaviest pumpkin. That's funny. That's
What do
a
you
funny
mean not a
joke.
shower?
That's a funny joke from the AP.
No, that wasn't from the AP. I threw it in as I was
Oh
reading.
my God, I'm so stupid. I thought the Associated Press made a dick joke.
They're like Associated Penis, more like.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
He grew a 2,700-pound squash in 2021, according to Guinness World Records. Something to think
It's
about.
easy to do when you live at your mom's house. You
Yeah.
don't have to pay rent.
Hey, all of us at Italians live at our mom's house.
Yeah.
We make it a squash big.
Yeah.
That was the end of the story.
Yeah.
I like good, Tim. Yeah, that was a full story, had a beginning, middle, and an end. And
Here,
you
I
took
can
us on
find.
a ride.
I'll find us another one.
No, let's just move on to our next segment.
Why?
I really don't want to do this anymore.
Wild boar piglet adopted by cows. Do we want to hear about this?
Aww.
Oh, okay. Graham likes it.
Tim can only read when he does a Casey Kasem voice. I hate everything about this part.
Yeah, I can't read if I do my own voice. I have to pretend like I'm a character and then read that way.
Are we moving on?
Yeah.
Hell yes.
Why are you looking at reviews of your...
Because that's
That's
the
our
next
next
segment.
Oh.
Reviews from
From
the,
the
podcast.
Past.
This is
Got it.
this is where you can go on Apple iTunes and write a review. And we prefer it to be a 5-star review, Graham. But you know, you can write what you're a human being. I'm not going to stop you from writing whatever review you want. And this week we have no new reviews.
Oh.
But we do have an email. And
There
so-
was a 2-star review. Can we read that? I'm
there
sure
wasn't a
we're-
2-star
Wait, we
review.
have a 2-star review?
Yeah,
No.
go back. Look at that one. Oh, 1-star.
We have a 1-star review. We have 2 1-star.
Have you read
reviews.
that?
Yes. Do you want to go? Do you want to see the 1-star review?
Of course.
All right, let's go back. Garbage Human. I've seen this lady trolling fat people on Instagram. She's a bully, and the podcast is garbage as well.
Hell yeah.
Heart.
I think she thinks I'm Karen,
Yeah.
which is flattering. So
That's
thank
really-
you, Garbage Human.
Yeah.
That's
so
so
that's
funny.
it. So that's one of our 1-star reviews. And then where was our other one? Here we go.
Becky's Avenger.
Becky's Avenger. That's who it's from. I tried to get into it, but honestly, it's boring.
That's
1
all they
star.
wrote. I've been hating Becky's Avenger for so long. I forgot how fucking
Yeah, because
tame
that's
that
not
was.
enough review to give it 1 star. That's like a 2-star review. It's
Yeah.
boring. 1 star? What the heck?
I don't know. If I thought something was boring, I'd give it 1 star. But I still hate you, Becky's Avenger, and I know you're still listening, you little fucking bitch. So listen up.
Also-
Will you please break up with your boyfriend so I can go out with him? I think he'd like me better.
Yeah.
Also, this woman who wrote Garbage Human, you know she's a real fucking porker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some fat whore.
Oh,
Probably
my
sitting at home, just slopping a bunch of fucking ice cream in her mouth, trying not to get it in her keyboard while she types her fucking reviews. Anyways.
Or even worse, a former fatty with all that extra skin wobbling around. They use a hair tie to put it together when they go to the gym.
we love the obese on this show.
Graham is dissociating hard.
Graham, it's fine. You can make fun of fat people as long as they're white. Here we go. We have an email now.
Whoa.
So you can send us emails at greathangpod@gmail.com if you want to send us an email. This is an email about one of our next segments. So we're going to move up our Speak Ill of the Dead segment and then do our fun party story, and then we'll be done.
Wow, Tim.
I forgot to tell you
Thank you, Captain Table
I
of
forgot
Contents.
to tell you to think of a celebrity to talk shit or anyone who's dead that you want to talk shit about. While I read this, you think of someone and you'll talk shit about them.
Talk shit about somebody?
We do a segment called Speak Ill of the Dead where we talk shit about someone who's dead. Kyle Parks. This is from Kyle Parks, Chicago comedian, all-around good guy. I know the man. He's a buddy of mine. Hi, Myka and Tim. I love the podcast. Nice. I think Speak Ill of the Dead segment is great. Nice.
All right.
But it got me thinking. At least within my social circle of family and friends, when a person dies, no one wants to talk shit anymore. Yeah, that's true. People will tell me that Dave Metz was a good guy. I'll be like, I knew the man very well. He's one of my best friends. I would say he was a bad guy, mostly. So anyway, they want to remember the good times and the great qualities of a person. So I was thinking my tip for being a great... Oh, this works about being a great tip for a great hang.
Oh, shit. Do we have to reschedule the segments, Tim? What are we going to do?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, this show is
This is what you get for not being able to read ahead.
Graham,
will you scan that to make sure the N-word's not in there?
Oh, yeah. Dude, I do... Here is the thing. If you're going to send an email, do not put the N-word in it. I will read it.
Grammarly will flag it.
So I was thinking my tip for being a great hang is to actively talk shit and call someone out while they're alive.
Hell yeah.
Hey, you missed my blank. Why'd you do that? Oh, dick? What are we... Oh, is this a Mad Lib?
Yeah, it's like you missed my homecoming. You missed my stand-up special. You missed my birthday party.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. This sounds more like an intervention. You do too much insert drugs and alcohol.
I love to insert drugs and alcohol, usually into my mouth or vein.
You do too much insert drugs.
So this is reading more like an intervention. It's like, hey, you missed my Little League game because you drink too much.
This is like...
You're not trying hard enough at seeing my Little League game.
Yeah, it's like Bad Libs.
I love your hot takes on this. Ooh, he wants to mash every fucking segment together into one damn segment.
Kyle, you are a super fan. I love this email. I love everything about it.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Yes, yeah, talk shit about people while they're alive.
No idea.
Yeah.
I thought that's what we were all doing.
I thought that's what we were all doing too. I think there are groups of friends that are nicer than the ones that we run with.
Well, you mean...
Absolutely. you two psychopaths? You're the two worst people I know.
See, this is good. This is what he wants you to do.
I only have one friend, and she's mean as hell.
Really?
And Tim has a lot of friends who are really mean.
You have friends.
No, I have a couple
No,
friends. but they're
Micah's
all-
friends in
People
Arizona.
like you.
Micah's Arizona friends. Micah's real people friends are very nice. But Karen is incredibly mean.
Yeah, my New York best friend is the meanest person I've known. But no, my Arizona friends are nice, except for Heather, who can be both. And I know you're listening, and I know she's pleased.
You're actually a nice person.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Graham, do not say that kind of stuff,
It's
or
one of-
you will get canceled.
It's one of your dirty, dark little secrets.
Yeah, I like to be so nice to people, and then when they're not around, I talk shit about them.
What is that boring?
Yeah, what the hell is that?
I don't know. I'm afraid
You
I'm afraid of what's happening right now.
Yeah. You got in on your Casey Kasem voice.
I'm getting scared.
Yeah.
No one's ever outed me like this.
Oh, man. All right, well, then I guess let's do Graham's fun story, and then we'll speak ill of the dead.
Okay.
And then oh, my God, it's back on track. I can't believe we did it.
Oh, shit. I'm just glad we made it over that news hump.
Yeah, the news was good this week.
No.
So Graham, you can either give us a tip for being a great hang, or you could give us a fun party story. And if you guys have any tips for being a great hang or fun party stories, you can send them to greathangpod@gmail.com. Do not write the N-word. Thank you. Go ahead, Graham.
I'll do both quickly.
Nice.
Some tips for being a great hang: always bring a knife.
Oh, hell yeah.
Always
Defuse the situation or escalate it. Either one.
Always when you sit down at a bar with a friend, maybe just put the knife on the table and start patting it and look them in the eyes no matter what they say. Go, yes, yes, yes. And anyway, So
But that is a good tip, though, also, because then, like, let's say you and your friends are out partying and someone tries to kidnap you and rape you, then you can cut yourself loose from the ropes.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
true, because you got
Yeah.
your big knife.
That's like a comedy cafe in Milwaukee where they put a gun on the table and then pay you. And so the gun was to be like, hey, you're not going to question how much money we're giving you. But it's like, it's on the table. I could also just like grab it.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah,
What, the gun?
Yeah.
Was the money ever off when they did that?
No, I never got. None of my money was ever off. They just would always. The guy would take his gun out of his pocket and put it on the table. And
Where
they
is
would pay.
this?
It was at Comedy Cafe in Milwaukee.
Why would he
Wisconsin.
do that?
He's like a fucking dumbass Italian guy who
He's
was
probably
trying to
trying to
be
make
like a
room
tough
and-
mafia dude.
What a loser.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the place is closed now.
Good.
He's going to come for us now.
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
Those people.
I'd like to see him find us. We're a 10-minute walk from Three Diamond
Yeah.
Door.
You motherfucker.
He'll slip on some gabagool on
And
the way.
meanwhile, Graham's brought a knife to the gunfight.
Yeah. I have two. I can do a short story, or I can do like a 1-minute story or a 5-minute story.
Let's do. Well, we're at like 35 minutes. We can do a 5-minute story. Then we'll speak Hill of the Dead, and then we'll get the fuck out of here.
All right. So
Wait, which story's better?
Yeah, tell the better story.
I assume since a 5-minute story is longer, it is better.
yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
Anyway, so my first job out of university is I tricked the Canadian government, I'm Canadian, into giving me an internship in Budapest, Hungary. So I lived in Budapest.
One of the most
That's fucking
voted
dope.
voted
Yeah.
one of the most beautiful places in the world, people-wise. The people are supposed to be the most beautiful in the world.
The women are so beautiful, and all the men look like Mr. Clean.
Oh shit!
They all look like bouncers, and they all look bad.
They're all
Nice.
bald.
They're all kind of bald. They're all very big, or they have like shaved heads with like, and they have like an earring, and yeah, they're just.
So
it's
those
crazy
women
that
don't
those.
like pussies. Those women like fucking little bruisers.
I guess so. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Did you suck and fuck your way through Budapest? Answer the question now.
I tried.
All right, so you're in Budapest. The
So I-
Canadian government has shipped you over there.
So anyway, we had we would get like long weekends, and I would I like would bring my luggage to work, and then as soon as work ended, I would go on like an overnight train to some far off place and try and like make a weekend of it. I decided to go to Munich. I took World War II basically in college, and so I got there. It was like kind of late at night, and I was like, I had a night out. I went to some punk show and stayed up very late. And then the very next morning, I woke up and took a World War II bike tour. I had like maybe 3 hours sleep.
Cool.
And I'm on this like all day bike tour, super hungover, and they're like, "There's this atrocity." I'm like, "Eh." And
That is funny to like be like ding 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 ding, and it's just like little like unmarked graves.
yeah.
You look incredibly haggard, and someone's like, "I know, isn't it tragic?" You're like, yeah.
You want to fuck later? And I met this this like very like a typical like American looking girl. She's like had blonde hair, like kind of like from the South, and she was on the bike tour. And the bike tour ended in the Hofbrauhaus, which is like a big beer hall.
I've been there.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And the big thing is there you just try and steal one of the beer steins and not pay for it. They're like it's like cool to get, and so she's like into me, but she's like me and my friend are going to Budapest actually. Or in like 2 days, but our train is leaving now. We're going to Prague or whatever. And I was like, oh, that's too bad. So she's like, give me your number. I was like, here you go, great. And then she left, and so I'm alone. I'm like, damn. I'm like, and then I see these two like German girls, and I sit beside them. I'm like, I just shoot my shot. I start talking to them. I guess they thought it was funny that I was like this alone Canadian there, and they were like, let's get out of here. Let's go to like they took me to some, let's go to like a real club or bar or whatever, not a touristy place. I was like, cool. So I steal the stein. They're impressed.
Yes,
get
my
How'd you
man.
steal it?
Let's go.
I like a nice theft tale. How'd you get it?
I smashed it into a million pieces and shoved it in my ass.
Oh shit!
a reverse one man, one jar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's
One
even
man.
better to drink out of.
I one man, one jarred it, and I was like, ow, 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 ow,
Yeah.
ow, ow.
It's like if you watch it in rewind.
That's what I did. No, I don't know. I think I just put it in my pants. It was like a baggie. I think we're still. No, we weren't. I don't know. Anyway, everyone just thought I had a giant misshapen penis.
Yeah.
Yes.
And anyway, we went to this bar, and then we go to this like other German bar, and they were like, you can't bring that glass thing in there. So I stashed it outside. We go in the bar. I haven't slept really, and it's like I'm getting really tired. I slept like 3 hours, and I'm talking to two girls, and I kind of close my eyes for a second, and I black out, and I wake up, and I'm kind of with one of them, and her hand is on my lap, and I'm like, this is great. And then I go, I'm gonna make a move, and I go in to kiss her, and I close my eyes to kiss her, but I'm so close to falling asleep that when I close my eyes to kiss her, I pass out, and I dump my beer on her crotch.
Oh no.
And
And you're like, oh, you're wet for me, baby.
yeah, like, so sloppy wet for me.
Graham wakes up, sees how wet she is. He's like, "Oh, this is great."
Yeah, I really did it this time. I'm an alpha male, clearly. And then she goes, off my pants. Oh, what have you done, my pants? Oh. And she's like, she gets so. I think she's already been kind of like on the fence at this point because I'm pretty sloppy. And she gets up and she goes outside to get in a cab, and I follow. I'm like, come on, it's cool. And I was like, let me in the cab. It's cool. I'm cool. She's like, no. And I'm like, come on. I'm like, please.
Come on.
Come on, I'm a good guy. And she goes,
Let the Graham story in. Come on.
she goes, fine. And I get in the
Nice.
cab, and I immediately pass out. And then I wake up with a cabbie shaking me, a German cabbie shaking me, and he's going, and he goes, you got it, and I wake up, and I'm in a German suburb. I'm in a Munich suburb. And I'm like, I guess she must. I assume she's out just here, so I pay the cabbie. He goes €40, which is like 80 Canadian dollars, which was like a lot of money for me. And
To get out in a suburb.
to get out of the suburb, and I get out, and I look. She's not there. I thought she was going to be there, like just waiting for. She's not there, and the cab drives off. This is before smartphones. There's no Uber. I don't know the number of a cab.
Jesus.
There's no foot traffic. There's no cars.
I
There's
can't
nothing.
believe you got out. That's so wild.
I thought she was there. I was like, she's into me. I'm an alpha male.
This rules.
This rules. I'm great. And then she was like, can you drive around the block and then wake him up and then he'll pay for it? And I'm like, then I did this incel shit and I was like, fuck you, you bitch.
Like what to who? The street?
The street, the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like hoping that she would hear me, maybe.
Oh
you know?
my god.
And then I'm like, it's kind of cold. It's like November.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, okay. Well, I found a phone booth, and I was like, I guess I can maybe survive until the morning if I try and stay awake. And I'm like in the phone booth, just like,
Oh, I was like, oh, so you called a car.
I don't know any number for a car.
They don't have like phone booths. Didn't they used to have like,
It's in German.
Yeah, it's all in German.
they don't have a picture of a car?
I don't know. I don't know what the word for taxi is or car or.
He doesn't know what a car
And
looks like
I
in
don't
Germany.
have any change, and I don't know how to.
Isn't it auto? Isn't automobile a German? Come
Hey,
on,
Micah.
You're going
Micah.
to Germany.
It would have been
He's
nice.
in
It would have been nice if you were hanging out with Graham that night, giving
Yeah.
him all this fucking info. Maybe don't question the story and just listen.
I had a lot
Jesus
coming
Christ.
at me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tim.
I
Are you
got
really
your back,
upset?
bro.
Dudes rock.
Unbelievable.
And then I.
Fucking hindsight's 2020 over here. The fucking optometrist just watching your fucking story.
I think I mean, maybe I'm making this up in the moment, but I feel like I did leaf through the phone book and was like, I nothing.
I knew it.
Anyway, so I'm huddled in this like phone booth. Either a car hasn't come by in half an hour. Then finally a car pulls up. It's a taxi.
Yes.
A bunch of younger guys get out. I run up, I flag the taxi. I go, can you take me to the train station? And he's like, yeah. My hostel was near the train station. And I'm like, man, I don't have money for this taxi. It's like it's gonna be another 40 euros. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I remember my roommate in college was a girl, and she would always tell me about how she ran away from taxis all the time.
Oh my God.
And I was like, well, I'm like more athletic than her. If she could do it, I can do it.
Oh my God.
And so we get to the taxi stand, and I'm like, she gets me to the train station, and I go, I'm sitting in where you normally sit, like back right, and I'm like, he's like 40 euro, and I'm like, 9 euro, and I like break out and start running from the car. He does like a James Bond he gets out of his car, slides over his own hood like he's done it a million times. Then he grabs me on my shoulder as I'm running, and I fling his arm away, and I start sprinting, randomly around the the little downtown core.
Yeah,
there.
zigzag pattern, because he's an alligator.
Serpentine.
Yeah. I'm a criminal mastermind.
Yeah.
And I'm also drunk and half asleep. And then, so I hide in an alleyway, and what he's done is he gets in and he starts radioing his other taxi buddies who are all around the train station, because it's the train station. So now there's a fleet of taxis looking for me, driving all around I'd run around and I see one taxi coming up, and I'd run down, and then I turn down the street, and I find an alleyway, and I duck in an alleyway, but unfortunately it's like a dead end alleyway.
Oh no.
And so I find like a little tiny dumpster, and I crouch behind the dumpster, and I hear I'm looking at the opening of this alleyway, and I hear a car slowly coming, and I can hear its radio. They're like talking to each other, like going beep beep, and then they'd say something in German or whatever, and the car comes past the opening of the alleyway, and I try to make myself as small as possible. And I'm like praying that he keeps going. I'm like, awesome. Then I hear like, and I'm like, shit. So I have to start sprinting towards the alleyway as quick as I can, towards him, towards the opening, and back to the street. And he gets out of the car, and he has like a little club, and he it's a different cabbie, and he goes to sweep kick me. I'm like,
and you try to jump over it instead of under it.
Yeah.
And you break your ribs.
I broke my ribs, and I shit my pants, and I said, "No, Daddy, no." and anyway, but I'm like, I'm 6'4", and that was probably at that point in my life I was in the best shape of my life, and I ran through it, and he kicked my leg, and I remember it ripped my shin, ripped my jeans, and it hurt, and I'm like sprinting, and I'm limping, and now there's cars after he gets back in the car. He's after me. The sun is coming up. It's about 5:36 a.m. at this point.
Oh my God.
And tourists are starting to come out, and then there's like a couple, like they look like my parents, with like a big, older couple, so they're up early with a big map, like where should we go today? And I like sprint by them, and there's like 3 guys on foot running after me, and they go, "Stop, thief!" And I was like, "I'm that guy?" I remember thinking, how did this happen? And then we come onto this main street, and they had called the cops, I guess, and their cop came, and he stopped right in front of me, and he like half hit me, and I put my arms on the front of the cop car, and I was like, help, they're after me, and they were like, the cabbie, they tried to touch my dick. Dick.
Yes, nice.
The old switcheroo.
Yeah.
The old switcheroo, me too.
I kept saying I'm straight, and they tried to touch my dick. And then the cabbies were like, obviously talking in German to the cops, and like, this guy, whatever. And they were like, what happened? And I was like, try to touch my dick? I don't know, man. I don't play that way. I don't know what it's like here in Munich. The cabbie was, or the cops were like, there's an ATM there. Here's what you're going to do. You are going to take out 40 euro, and you were going to give it to him. And I did. And then the cop goes, he gave me a receipt, Or no, they made me get a receipt from the cabbies because it's like Germany. Everything has to be official.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Never come back to Germany again."
All of Germany?
Damn.
And then what happened is
They gave you the old Jew treatment.
at this point, I had to check out of I had to go back to the youth hostel after I was done talking to the cops, and my train was at like 10 a.m. I had to be at work the next day, and I go back to the youth hostel, grab my stuff, and I say to myself, I haven't slept in 2 days now. I'm like, I am going to go to the Hofbrauhaus and I'm gonna buy a Stein because I left it at that old bar, the German bar, and so I go to the Hofbrauhaus. I'm like, I have enough time to make it. I did not have enough time. I missed my train. The next train left like an hour later, but now there's a 6-hour layover in Vienna, and then I have to get like a 7 a.m. train from Vienna to Budapest. And then I'll have just enough time to like run home, shower, change, and run back to work and make it for 9 a.m. And so I go to Vienna and I'm like, it's like getting dark and I'm like, I haven't slept in 3 days. And I'm like, I need to find a youth hostel to like sleep for these 6 hours because I'm literally going crazy. And I get in a cab. Again, no smartphones, nothing. I go, can you take me to a youth hostel? He's like, I don't know. And so he starts driving me all around the city looking for some place that's open or a cheap place. Yeah. Like, I can't afford a hotel. And anyway, the thing goes up to like 40 euros. And I'm like, hey, man, I don't have 40 euros. We finally find a place. And I go, hey, man, I don't have 40 euros. He's like, well, you're going to do something. I'm like, I'm not going to run again. I don't want to go through that again. So I'm like, what about this? And I give him the beer stein. And he goes, I'll take that.
Wow.
And that's the whole reason I'm late. And then I get into the youth hostel and I go, hey, can you give me a wake-up call? He goes, wake-up call? This is a youth hostel. We don't do that. My cell phone didn't have an alarm. I hated cell phones. This is like 2005. And so I had like a brick phone and I refused. So it didn't have an alarm clock. So then I just had to turn around and stay up and walk around Vienna for 6 hours. And I tried to sleep in a coffee shop that was open, and they kicked me out. And I just walked around for 6 hours, walked all the way back to the train station. It was far away. Jesus. I made my train, go home, go to work, turn around, or shower, change, go back to work. I'd spend like 3 hours at work. I start throwing up. I get diarrhea because I'm shutting down. And so I have to call sick. I go home. I get a phone call from that American girl from the very beginning going, I'm in Budapest. Let's hang tonight. And I go, I'm so sick, I can't.
Yeah.
Damn. That's a pretty good story. It was 20 minutes long, but no, yeah.
Well,
no,
he's not used
kidding.
to being interrupted every 5 seconds.
Yeah. That's true. And look, you couldn't sleep in Little Toe, dead asleep over in the chair.
Was it too long?
No, you're fine.
That was
It
a
doesn't
great
matter
story.
what. People love the content. It's all about the content.
The con.
Dude, that is a great story. I'm glad it didn't end up with you at some kind of German shit house getting shit on by a bunch of people. That's where I thought it was going.
German shit.
That's what Tim was thinking about the whole time you were talking. He's like, how can I make this about shit?
When I was in Munich, I went to Oktoberfest, but this guy took me to an American football bar so I could watch a Colts game, and he goes... You got
Wendy's on the way.
Oh, yeah. Dude! When I blacked out at Oktoberfest, and when I walked home, I woke up I walked back to the hotel. I woke up with 2 McRib boxes on top of me.
American swine.
Because McRib was in season in Germany, and I was like, they got the McRib. So I got 2 of them. But I was talking to a cab driver, and he goes, if you want to party, you go to Berlin. He goes, in Munich, you wake up, you go to work, you go to bed, and you do that every day. And I go, okay, cool. This place sounds like it sucks.
Yeah.
He goes, it does suck. And I go, okay.
Everything in Germany is efficiency. Even this conversation, it does suck.
All right, we got to get to it. We got to speak ill of the dead. You want me to start, Myka?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Or do you have
I
someone?
just want to double check the camera real fast. I'm getting paranoid.
Myka gets paranoid. We get worried that the camera is not going to film enough Because sometimes it bogs. It stops at like 21 minutes.
Bogs down.
Well, it does something happens to it. I don't know.
Speaking ill of the dead.
I'm gonna speak ill of Joan Crawford.
Yeah.
Who's that?
You remember that movie Mommy Dearest where the lady beats her daughter with a wire hanger?
No, I want to watch it now.
It's
You've
pretty.
never heard of it?
Well, I want to get off.
Joan Crawford, old timey movie star, a real bad mom. You know what? If her daughter's still alive, I'd like to speak ill of her too for fucking throwing her mom under the bus. But yeah, she was a bad mom, piece of shit. Not that great of an actress. Also, your daughter's mid. And you're fucking mid. Joan Crawford, not that fucking hot. You were pretty mid. And
Your daughter's mid.
And you ain't shit. I only like my actresses busting for real. So that's it. I'd like to speak. That's Joan Crawford is getting the speak ill of treatment today.
I'm speaking ill of the Lindbergh baby.
Oh no!
You're just a fucking dumb baby, and then
Yeah.
you go and get stolen, you
Yeah.
fucking moron.
Yeah, what'd you do?
And then you make the whole world give a fuck about your rich ass, when meanwhile they're toiling in the factories, and they're like, oh no, what about this dumb baby that is actually valueless? Fuck off, baby. I'm glad you got lost, and now you're dead.
The baby was also mid.
Yeah.
Mid ass baby. Do you have anyone, Graham? You can skip this because I
No,
forgot
I
to tell.
can do it.
All right.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Whoa. Have we talked shit about Epstein, or is he a hero?
Shouldn't
on
have
What's
fucked
wrong
all
with
those
him?
kids.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what you were going to say bad about Epstein.
He shouldn't have fucked all those kids.
Yeah, you're
Damn.
right about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were hot kids,
Do you think he was?
but you're not supposed to fuck them.
You're not supposed
Do you
to
think he
fuck-
was murdered, or do you think he committed suicide?
I am not a conspiracy theorist. I think he was murdered. But I do think he was murdered.
See, that's how far it's gotten. That even the non-conspiracy people are like, no, the man was murdered.
He was for sure murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Why wasn't the highest profile prisoner on American soil have a camera going on him? That is insane.
Well, why wasn't he in solitary
And
confinement?
And he was
also?
under suicide watch. The whole thing makes no fucking sense.
And the guy went for coffee that was supposed to watch him,
And
when he died.
he's the most murderable person alive.
Yeah.
Literally everyone wanted his ass dead.
All right.
Okay.
That's it. The show's almost over, Graham. We just have one last segment, and that's sign-offs. Myka, do you want to start?
Sure. Signing off.
You have to say signing off.
It is me, Toe's mom. Timmy's girlfriend.
Nice.
Graham's friend. Lover of Lindbergh, hater of his dumb baby.
Yeah, his
So
baby
you-
really fucked over his dad.
Beta basher, alphas forever. It is I, Myka Fox.
Signing off, it is I, Timothy Grady McLaughlin II, your Patreon dad, your free feed best friend, and I think this is my final week of being the king of the gays. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. All right, Graham, now you do one.
My name's Graham K. I'm signing off. I have a comedy special. If you don't subscribe to my YouTube page and watch my comedy special, I will kill myself.
Yes, and that is a great hang guarantee.
Bye
It's at
bye.
youtube.com/Graham K Comedy.
Bye, everyone.